What up, though? And welcome to Let's Talk Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt Steele. Today is Wednesday, Hump Day, baby. June 28th, 2022. On deck for today's show. Vegas odds makers think Dan Campbell is on the hot seat. Lions fans think Jeff Okudah will have the biggest bounce back year for the Lions. And we play 53 practice squad or cut offensive line additions. Man, there's some big fellas on that thing. But before we get to all that, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew. Man, y'all know him. Y'all know who he is. He's the ladies' pet, the men's regret. You ain't seen nothing yet. The high big player from the Himalayas. It's my man, LL Cool Torrance. What's going on, my dude?
What's up, Proud Nation, and good morning.
Man, and the annals of just Aiden Hutchinson and all those cats coming in from Michigan to be on the Lions. It's the Wolverine Lion himself. My man, who?
It's the Wolverine Lion. Who? Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
Hey, let's get this thing started.
Right now.
Let go.
It's Detroit Lions Talk, baby. Welcome to Detroit. All right, y'all. Let's get back to the show. I know Uncle Curt got something good for us, man. What you got, Curt?
All right, man. We got some Vegas odds makers that's confused as hell. I mean, they're confusing me. Now, this article was reading Michigan Live, and it popped up on my timeline, and it said Dan Campbell is favored to be on the hot seat. I'm like, what? Like, he is favored to be fired at the end of the season. I'm like, where the hell did this come from? So the odds makers out in Vegas said the Lions are favored to win almost as double many games they did last year. So they won 3.5 last year because of the tie. They almost can double that. They're favored to win 6.5 this year. And here's the confusing part. Dan Campbell is at the top of two lists. Dan Campbell is near the top of the candidates that are favored to win Coach of the Year. He's fifth behind Staley out there at the Chargers, Nathaniel Hackett, Daniel McDaniel from the Dolphins, and Josh McDaniels from the Raiders. So he's fifth on that list to win NFL Coach of the Year. However, he's fifth on the most likeliest candidate to get fired. What the hell is this? Bruh, y'all confusing me out there in Vegas, man. He is fifth behind Matt Rule, Mike McCarthy, Pete Carroll, and Frank Wright to be fired at the end of the season. I'm like, wait a minute. How can you be favored to win the Coach of the Year? And we want to know what's favored to be fired. I'm like, that shit just don't make sense, man. Somebody out there smoking the good. I know weed is legal out there out there in Vegas. So I know they puff passing out there, you know what I'm saying, in Sin City.
They smoking crack.
They're smoking crack, man. All right, so here's my thought on this, man. I don't think that MCDC is on the hot seat at all so soon with owner Sheila Hamp, especially if the team shows progress on the field this year. If they win 6.5 games and they won 3.5 last year, I don't think Dan Campbell was on the hot seat. The Lions are kind of playing the long game with this one, right? You look at the contracts that Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes signed out the gate, 6-year deals out the gate. That means that you're going to have at least half that contract to really make some progress with the team, especially at the starting point the team was when they both took over. It had to really strip the roster down bare bones, and they dealt with a lot of injuries their first year at the helm. I mean, you look at how many players were out injured last year for the Lions, and you look at what they got this year. I understand this year that they, people are expecting to do well, and the Lions fans are, Vegas and other odds makers and other people are saying, we're going to be picking at the top of the draft again next year. But I don't think that Dan Campbell's on the hot seat. I don't get it where they get this from. I mean, you look at Dan Campbell is changing the culture in Detroit. You think about this. How many players, want to come to Detroit? They want to play in Detroit. The guys that we got they maybe not be the guys that we wanted, but some of the guys wanted to come to Detroit and play for us, and they want to play for Dan Campbell. And the guys that were already here want to perform for Dan Campbell. And they go out there and they bust they behind for Dan Campbell. And to say he's on the hot seat after year 2, come on, man. Y'all got to do better than that. Y'all gotta be for real. I mean, if he continues to change the culture here in Detroit and success starts coming on the field, it'd be a landing spot for a lot of free agents in the league because they want to come play for a staff and a coach like that he has and a coach like Dan Campbell. So what do you guys think about the Vegas odds maker saying, man, Dan Campbell is one of the most likeliest candidates to get fired at the end of the season?
When you just look at it, just starting from a culture change standpoint, that gives you an extra year, even if you faltered and I say the Lions went out there and won 4 games and just stuck up the joint. The fact that the culture has changed, the players' attitudes have changed, is worth at least one more year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So but I mean, I just can't see him getting fired, man. Like I said, 6.5 games. I'm gonna take that. I'm placing my bet before the season starts. That's 6.5. I want 7. I think they're gonna get 7 at minimum. I think 7 to 8 or 9 is where the Lions is at right now, man. So, only thing Dan Campbell can really do to get fired is some allegations came out. If he was over there cutting them with some women or something like that, man. You know what I'm saying, or something like that, man.
Let's
but
hope not.
Other than that, Campbell's job is safe, man. It's 100%.
Yeah.
Right. I agree with both of you guys. I think I'm not most familiar with how the odds go. Like if you bet this, then you get this. But in my mind, that might be easy money. Like if you want to bet against that or whatever it is, I don't think he's gonna get fired this year or next year. I think he'll be here for a little while. At least maybe I'm hoping that he'll be here for a little while, however it goes. But I don't believe that he's on the hot seat at all. The seat just really got there, so there's no temperature under the seat. So
okay, let me give you the betting odds then. Okay, all right. So if you bet for Dan Campbell to win Coach of the Year, let me see. All right, so if you place a $10 bet that he's going to win Coach of the Year, you'll win $200 profit if he wins. All right, so if you bet on the, let's see here if they have it in here. I think it's plus 1,000. So if you look at it, where if you bet $10, you'll get $100 if he gets fired. The biggest wager is the win total isn't that great. So if you bet $105, you'll get $100 profit if the Lions win 6 or fewer games. If you bet against them, if you bet 115, returns a profit of $100 if they win more than 7 games. If they lose 6 or less, you get $100. If you get $100 if you bet $105. So I mean, I'm not sure how that works. That's just the odds.
So they're basically saying you'll get $205 total.
Yeah.
If you bet $100.
Yeah, if they lose, if they win 6 games or fewer.
And y'all probably know better than me out there if that's good betting odds or not. I don't know. I don't care. I don't think he's I think it's much more likely that he'll win Coach of the Year than he'll be fired. How about that?
Yeah,
I have to agree with you. But the confusing thing for me is how are you at the same spot on both lists? You're 5th most to get Coach of the Year, and you're 5th most to get fired.
Vegas didn't got addicted to crack, and whoever got on the betting odds, that's Pookie. That's who's making them out.
Yeah. Now I will say this: I'm not too familiar with odds makers and betting and stuff like that. So if you got some insight on that, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let us know in the comments, man. So because the question of the other day is the Prowl Nation family, just because the topic is, do you agree with the Vegas odds makers? So do you agree? And if you have some knowledge on, Vegas making odds, saying if you do sports book betting or anything like that, drop us a comment in the comment section of the video. I know not the chat, but the comment section of the video, and let us know one or two things. Do you agree with the Vegas odds makers? And if you have any knowledge on how they make those odds, let us know in the chat, man. You know how we do it. We pick 6 of those things, six of those things, six of those things to go on the next show. I got to do like 9 6s. I ain't doing 6 6s, 3 6s. Yeah, I did like 9 of them. So we, you know, so, yeah. So we doing 6 of those things on the next show. We read them in the comment cards. You know how we do it, man. And later on in the show. So go ahead and drop us a comment down below. Now, here we go. What you got to do, man? I don't know what you're waiting for, because if you haven't done so already, because you keep coming back and hanging out with us, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. Go ahead, click the subscribe button, hit the like button, ring the notification bell so you know when you get fresh content from us, man. And like the video. All of those things help us get this content to more Lions fans just like yourself, man. You know, we want you to be a part of the Prowl Nation family. So go ahead and click that subscribe button. Yeah, caution that, man. It's free. It's free. If you need more free, it's free 99 and 50 free cent. Man, yeah, it means you ain't got to open up your wallet to do that thing. So, but it's time. Man, I hear them chatting in the distance. It's getting louder. It's time for my man LL Cool Tones to go ahead and break us off with his news and rumor topic for today.
Thank you for that. I really wish that's how it went, but you know, I guess that's just hope, things to aspire to. But my topic it comes from the article or the headline. Detroit Lions fans believe Jeff Okudah will have the biggest bounce back year of the injured players. This comes from PrideOfDetroit.com, written by Jeffrey Reisman, if I'm saying that right. But they have a poll on it. They posted the results from a DraftKings poll on SB Nation, or SB Reacts, I should say. And the question was, which player returning from injury will have the best 2022 season? And then Jeff Okudah won that, coming in at 38%. But right behind him at 35% was Jameson Williams. At 18% was Romeo Okwara. At 7% was Jerry Jacobs. And at 2% is rookie tight end James Mitchell. I'll believe that maybe Jeff Okudah has the best bounce back season. His bounce back season could possibly be most important to us, because that is probably the position of, I don't want to say of most need, but in our defensive backfield it is. Jameson Williams would definitely come in and help, but I personally feel like I wouldn't be that pressed if he didn't play half of the season. I would be okay with that, because I feel like he has time. Like, he's a rookie. I don't think we got him to make that greater impact this season anyway. But Jeff Okudah, it's more important for him to have a bounce back season for him and for us. We need another great cornerback out there, and for him, he needs to play and prove that he can actually stay healthy and produce and do other things and maybe find a home here in Detroit. So I guess if you want to, out there, you know, leave us a comment, leave us something down in the comments. Tell us who you believe of these players or on the team, period. But you guys, Coach Mike and Curt Steele, who do you guys think will have the biggest bounce back year of injured players in 2022?
You know what? I think Okudah has the easiest road because he ain't never did nothing. He ain't been around to play no games. So if he does anything, any marginal, you know, that's an improvement. But I think Okudah has a very good chance to do it. I think he'll have the better play per se of any of the injured players, but I just think the injured player that's going to benefit the most is Romeo Okwara. I think Romeo is going to have the better bounce back year, but I think Okudah, he might win just because he ain't never did nothing, man. He ain't been around to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So whatever he does is a surprise off rip. So it's possible. It's very possible. I'm not going to dispute it at all.
That is a very good point.
I would go with Jameson Williams. Will have the biggest bounce back year. I'm not a believer in Jeff Okudah right now. I'm not being negative. I hope he has the best. Here's my thing. I hope he has the best year possible. Comes out and boss ups and ball out and do all the good things that number 3 overall pick. But he gonna have to show me. And I ain't even from Missouri. I'm from Flint. He gonna have to show me. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to show and prove what's going on with him. I believe in the tutelage of Aubrey Pleasant and Aaron Glenn. I believe that they can make him into one of the best bounce back player of the year, but he's going to have to get on the field and prove it to me. That's all I got to say about that. I just ain't buying it right now. My wallet is put away. I'm not checking out. You know what I'm saying? You can put my Amazon card over there on Jameson Williams to be the biggest bounce back year of the Lions players.
You sound like You sound like when I talk about y'all's friend a little bit. I think Jeff. I mean, Curt got him a little. He don't like Okudah the same way I don't like Golf, and that's fine. But I want y'all to pick with him.
Kurt.
I want y'all to pick with him like how y'all
boy.
pick with me about Jeff Okudah.
Hey, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, and unfortunately for him, and here's the thing for me. Unfortunately for him is that he was put in a bad position coming into the league, coming in with an injury and being forced to play. He should have never played that first half of his rookie season. That set him back. And then you have the Achilles injury right after he getting chewed out for not doing his job on the play against the 49ers. So it hasn't been a rosy performances by Jeff Okudah, to say the least.
Right.
So I mean, it is what it is. It's the eye test. The eye test is telling me he needs some work. The eye test is telling me I think he would have a bigger season if he moved to safety. That's what my eyes are telling me right now. I mean, just to be honest with you.
I think what's really gonna help him a lot is the competition level. Because when he came in, it wasn't no comp. Now he got comp, like they might move you to safety. You know what I'm saying? That's how much the competition has changed. And plus the tutelage of Aubrey Pleasant and Aaron Graham. I think like he got that time now to, I think he really did sit down, watch film, and really learn the position. Because if you look from the things that they showing in the pressers and you know, and stuff like that, man, Okudah is locked in. Like he's trying harder than he was trying before, and that's only because the rise of the competition.
Right.
Couldn't go nowhere else but up.
I think the eye test is there for y'all's friend as well. But we ain't even gonna leave that topic for another day. But of course, if you guys like this content, share it to all your Lions friends and family out there. We're on that march to 4,000. We're trying to get our numbers up. Help us out, man. Come on and join the pride. But we're going to go ahead and play a little 53 practice squad or cut them O-line edition with who?
Oh, before we get to that, man, you know we got to pay some bills, quick, man. We got to pay some bills, man. If you want to get yourself some Lions gear, you know I'm rocking it, man. Y'all know I have a Fanatics store in my because I'm rocking the Fanatics gear. Right, what stuff I got over there right now? A T-shirt, you know what I'm saying, hat, all the things that you can get right over there for. You know, Lions fandom, go on to fanatics.com. Links in the description. A portion of the proceeds from that link go to help us grow the content on this channel. And if you want to get yourself some Prowl Nation gear, go on over to lionsontheprowlshop.com. To get to LNU gear, go to lnushop.com. Speaking of LNU, go on over to LNU, man. Lions Nation Unite. They had a good show last night over there on the YouTube channel. Go over there and check out the replay. You had some, you know, good guests on there last night. Herm was on there a little bit. Chrissy was on there kicking it with my man Micro Mike and Dosa Dion, another guy that was over there last night. But go over there and check it out, man. Lions Nation Unite. You can go to lionnationunite.com if you want to do it on your browser. If you want to just go ahead and do it on your smartphone or your tablet, go and download the app LNU at Google, Android, or Apple app stores, man. Go ahead and get that thing and put it on your phone and rock out with the crew, because you know we over there as well. You can watch this content right in that app, baby. So go ahead and do that thing. If you want to hang out with us with social media, go ahead and click on the links on the screen, man. You can go ahead and get on those links, man, and check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, man. And it's the summertime, so you know it's always refreshing over there on my man LL Cool Torrance's Instagram page, man. So go over there and check that dude out, man. See what he up to, man. Hold on, I gotta get on the phone. What's the number? It's 281-330-8004. It's time for man. Who?
Y'all know it's Coach Jones. Thank you for that intro, Kurt. Man, that was good. That was a good one, man. You know, I got my list right here, because it's a few people on this list that I really don't even know who the hell they is. But so we're gonna go through the 53-man roster. You know, is they gonna make it? Is they gonna get practice squad, or is they gonna get cut? So I'm gonna go through these one by one, and y'all give me what y'all think. So I'm gonna start off with the center position, and we only got one guy at that position. You know, well, we signed Evan Brown, so he's locked in to be Frank Ragnar's backup. So we're gonna dismiss him from the conversation. So we only got one center that we really got up on this list, and that is center Ryan McCollum. 53-man roster, practice squad. Well, y'all know the business.
Okay, I'll go first with that cat. We cutting that dude, man. He ain't making it. I just think that his play last year was just. I think when we kept him for necessity last year because of the Frank Ragnar injury. I think his play was just subpar. I don't think he can kick in. I don't think he can kick out the guard or anything like that. He just played terrible last year. So Ryan McCullum, you know what I'm saying? If you see me in the street, don't say nothing. What you got, LL? 53 practice squad or cut on Ryan McCullum?
I'm right with you. I feel like we're going to cut this young man. But, have a great summer, open an ice cream parlor.
Right on. And I'm going to go ahead with that trifecta. And he got to get the hell up out of here, man. And the only thing is because I seen him in games, and I'm seeing him get knocked on his ass, man. And I'm like, I'm stronger than this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put up some weight, you know what I'm saying? But I shouldn't be stronger than an NFL center. You know what I'm saying? That's starting in the game. And I think I might put up close to what he putting up, because that boy's getting ran through. Yeah, but so let's switch on over to these guards, man.
Okay.
First up, guard Tommy Kramer.
I think he actually makes the 53. I think he makes the 53 just because of the fact that he's kind of versatile. He can play the left guard or the right guard. He's a good backup swing guard. In emergency situations, you can put him in at center, because actually when Ryan McCullum was acting a fool, they put him in at center because he couldn't get it done. So I would say he makes the 53-man roster.
Man, he almost spit up my coffee, man.
I wish I knew who the other guard was, but for now, I'm going to say he'll make the squad, because we definitely need a backup guard. Y'all's friend, Mr. Nasty, he ain't done nothing. He just been Mr. Not done a goddamn thing. Talking about what's his name? I can't think of his name now.
Next. He gonna be next. He gonna be next. Him
next guy. Yeah. But yeah, so he'll make 53. The squad. Let's
okay.
Tommy Kramer, 53.
Yeah, right. I got Tommy Kramer making the squad. He's probably the best guard, pure guard. Yeah, he's probably the best pure guard that we have. Evan Brown can play center or guard. But we all seen how good he played at center, so we gonna say that Tommy Kramer is the best backup guard that we have. So I'm gonna say Tommy Kramer makes the roster. Now, for your boy Logan Stenberg, I'm going to start this off, and I think Logan Stenberg is on the fringe. He's right there, like he could make it. But you know what? It really depends on what kind of preseason he has. Is he gonna get his time? He's gonna get his time to shine. I think Logan Stenberg is gonna play a lot in the preseason. He's gonna play probably 50-60% of the snaps in preseason. So he's gonna get his chance. So as of right now, I said that's a maybe. That's a maybe, dog. I don't really know. What y'all got?
I think he goes to the practice squad. Logan Stenberg goes to the practice squad. I think that he's still shown enough to where he can be a practice squad player, but he hasn't shown enough where he can be on the 53-man roster. He still has issues with his knees, with the bend of his knees. So he has enough to get on the practice squad, but I don't think he has enough to to make the 53-man roster. He's good enough to hang around to keep him a break if we need it in emergencies. So I say he makes the practice squad. Hey man, Logan Stenberg, man. Hey, say what up, though, when you see me in the street. What you got, my man, LL, on Logan Stenberg?
I'm going with, I think he'll be cut. I think with health and the ability, as long as he's been here, I've heard the exact same thing. He doesn't have necessary being. I don't think this is the regime to not improve with. So I think he's gone.
Okay.
I just don't understand, that he ain't been to Pilates class yet. He don't know, you know what I'm saying? He ain't no yoga, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand that, man. That just has to come from being just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's move on to guard. Now, this is who me and Curt was trying to figure out. Who the hell is this? Guard Zane Obeid. 53-man roster, practice squad, or cut?
He was a camp. He's a camp body dog. Come on now, he's a camp body. He's a camp body.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's a guy, young fella out of Ferris State. We understand. We love you being in state, man. You know, hey man, Ferris State is a good party school, but keep the party going and party your ass right for the roster because you ain't he cut.
Wow. Okay.
For sake of argument, I'm going to say he'll make the practice squad. I'm not that familiar with this young man, which means our coaching squad may not be either. So maybe they want to keep him around a little bit to get a little bit more familiar, and maybe he can hop in and to fill a roster spot if necessary. So I'm going practice squad on this one.
Okay.
Shit, hey Zane, you can come to Jacktown on Sundays and we can watch the game, bro.
You said Jacktown or Yaktown?
Jacktown. We can team up. You can come watch the game with both of us. Shit, be on the couch. That's where you gonna be.
You said Jacktown.
I did say Jacktown.
Jacktown.
Oh my bad.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So next on the list is guard Kevin Jarvis. I start off with this one. I think he gonna get cut. I don't really know too much of him. So I say he's gonna be cut.
Give me practice squad on this guy. Practice squad, young fella. Practice squad. You know, he's he kicked around a little bit, but give me the practice squad on this fella. I'll take the practice squad.
Okay.
What you got, LL?
I'm gonna say he'll be cut. We ain't got that many spots on the team.
Right.
Cut him. Okay. He's a rookie. He's a Sparty. So I mean, he and the other guy, the other guard from Ferris State. Those are the guys that they signed those undrafted free agent contracts because of the fact of how they played. Or are they who? His name?
Again, Kurt. He's a what?
He's a Sparty. He's a Sparty. He's a Sparty guy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But he and the other guard from Ferris State, they got the benefit of having a local pro day, so they're the beneficiary of that. That's why they signed their drafted free agent contracts out of that. But he's a local guy, so I think he makes the practice squad because he's a local guy, and we can keep up to 16 players. So, they expanded the roster for the practice squad of 16 players, so I think he fits into that mold.
Yeah, actually, I think he get cut for that same reason, because it's like he gonna be up the street. All they gotta do is like, hey man, come on over here, and he gonna, man,
boy, I mess with you.
So let's move on to these.
That makes sense.
Let's move on to these tackles, man. Tackle. I don't know how this dude just keeps sticking around, man. I don't understand, where that. I mean, he must like somebody, or somebody must have, he must have something with somebody, because Dan Skipper been on this team for a long time, and Dan Skipper ain't done nothing. He ain't done nothing. Dan Skipper, 53-man squad, practice squad, or cut? What y'all got, man?
He's 53. I mean, not 53. He's practice squad. He's one of those guys. He's one of those veterans that can keep around in the practice squad. Saying he's big enough where he can stay around there and hang out. He'll be hanging out with some of his perennial practice squad buddies like Tom Kennedy. So he'll be on the practice squad.
If Cuz been around for a while, I won't be the one to get rid of him. So I'm gonna agree with Curt, and I'm gonna say he's gonna make the practice squad. We're gonna keep him around for a little bit.
Okay. Oh man,
he's the Don Muleback of practice squad. So
yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go on practice squad, and man, somebody like him, man, because he just keeps sticking around here. I don't know.
Okay.
So we're gonna go on to tackle Obinna Eze. He's a guy that I'm very interested in, man. I really do think that he can make the squad. So I'm gonna go with 53-man roster, man. I think he makes it. I think talent-wise, he's a big dude. Big dude. He about 6'7", 6'8", about 320. That's a big man right there.
That's a big fella right there.
So he make the squad. What y'all got?
Of undrafted free agents, he has the most experience. Playing at Memphis State, then transferring to TCU. So the dude can play. I mean, he was a fifth-year senior. He played a lot in college, had a lot of snaps. I think that he's going to have a challenge of beating out the next guy that we're going to cover, but he has the opportunity to make the 53-man roster. But I say at practice squad at the minimum, but he's on the fringe of the 53-man roster for me. So what you got, Ella?
Yes, I'm going practice squad, and because of what you mentioned, who the next guy might be, if it is who I think it is. But I say practice squad, and he may see an opportunity or two, or get an opportunity to help us out on the field this year.
Yeah.
Okay. And last but not least, LL and Curt, y'all's friend, Matt Nelson.
Man.
Come on.
Matt Nelson, man, look, I've said this before. Hank Fraley has gotten the most out of this cat. Hank Fraley has really got the most out of this guy.
Yeah.
And you saw the difference during the Pittsburgh game when he went out, how the running game suffered because they were doing the overloaded offensive line to one side, and with Matt Nelson being out there on the outside, he really helped the run game. Sorry about that. Excuse me, that slip. But I think Matt Nelson is that swing tackle is his spot to lose. So I'm gonna say 53-man roster.
I agree for that reason. I feel like he was, I don't want to say perfect swing tackle, but he was a very effective swing tackle for us. And I think they like that, and they'll keep him around this year. So he's on the 53.
Yeah.
Right on. I'm with the 53-man roster as well. I think we keep 9 offensive linemen. That's usually about the number that we keep. And I think it'd be Evan Brown, Tommy Kramer, Obina Eze, and Matt Nelson. With Evan Brown being able to play center and guard, Tommy Kramer playing that guard, I think Matt Nelson could play guard if it came to that. He's kind of that tweener type of player. So I give him that, man. I think he'll make the squad, man. So so how many linemen do y'all think will make the squad, make the roster, and who are they? From those guys.
From those guys?
I got 9. I got 9, so I got 4 of them making the squad.
Yeah, I got if we have 9, what do we have? I have Matt Nelson, Tommy Kramer making it. What was
Evan
the other?
Brown.
I think Evan Brown, of course. I think he's a lot. And then you have I think the last guy I had making the 53-man roster. Man, wait a minute. Nelson, Brown, Kramer, and the young fella out of TCU could be that fringe player. So that's that extra tackle that we can have to fill out that fourth guy from those guys that we named as bubble offensive linemen.
Okay.
Yep. To keep it short and sweet, I second what Curt just said. That those would have been my picks. I would say probably about 9 linemen. Like you said, that's pretty typical. I believe, at least, or I think we should keep around that many. And then, of course, we keep a couple on the practice squad. I forget who I said the back practice squad on this one, but yeah, 9 O linemen and going into the season.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's hey. If you like this content, click that like button, click that subscribe button. Get this content out to more Lion fans like yourself. We on that march, man. We on that 4K march, man. So let's get it up, man. What you got next, Curt?
All right, man. Y'all know what it is. It's time for my favorite segment of the show, because we get to hear what you guys had to say about the last show. It's time for the comment cards, baby. First up, Admon Washington says Hawk needs either 1,000+ yards or 10+ touchdowns. He's trying to get that top tight end money. Right now, he doesn't deserve it. Can't argue with that. You can't stay on the field, man. You can't get that cheddar if you ain't, saying, what's the whole adage about the NFL? The best ability is availability, and you got to show that all through the season, brother.
Right. King SJ said, that was an interesting sit down with Sheila. The vibe I have gotten from her has always been keeping tab on what's going on, but still staying out the way. But also to get deeper dive into Sheila's history as a tennis player and how she got her competitive nature and such. But sorry, LL, nothing Sheila can do for Jerry Jones. He is his own worst enemy. I don't think I said for her to do anything for him. I said I want her to be that kind of figure for us, like just like a big
Larger than
looming
life.
figure over the, but looming over the franchise in a good way. It's when you think about the Dallas Cowboys, you think about Jera. They hear about the $1 billion paypen and XYZ. I want us to think about, when you think about Detroit Lions, of course, think about a good football team. Think about a hard-fighting football team under Dan Campbell. But then Miss Sheila pulling up on foods, and they getting to smell that white diamonds probably. She seems like a white
Not the white diamonds, dog.
Oh man,
Not the white diamonds, dog. I ain't messing with you on that one. Man, that's an old man. That's an old lady perfume right there.
Yeah.
Smell nice though. It smells nice.
70-something. So
yeah, that's some ladies on a deaconess board be wearing the white, white diamonds.
Okay, Tony Blumenstein says, as an old tight ends coach, our new OC, I'd like to think that he's going to set up TJ for lots of scoring opportunities in the red zone. That's a good point. That's a very good point. That's something I didn't consider. So yeah, he just might.
And our coach being a former tight ends coach and a former tight end.
Yep, that in Detroit. So yeah. Okay, Granzier 12 says you better work. RuPaul, who is from Motown, did not know that. All right, he said Curt is all about the work. We need a break, boss. Curtis replied, "No, get back to work." You had your break while you're watching the show. Now get your ass back to work.
Right. The friend of the show, Tornado, says our tight end hasn't done much, so imagine if he played more. Who are you speaking about? Hop? I think this is gonna be a real good year for Hop, if that's what we were speaking about.
Okay, yeah. I feel it. Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah. Lyle Shaw says, has anyone heard about her brother Bill Ford Jr., who is the executive chairman of the Ford Motor Company? No, I haven't heard nothing about Bill Ford Jr. He's been quiet. I think he's just a face. I think there's people who get inherited jobs, but the job is already moving. Like it's already like there's not much to really do, but just be a title because they need a title. Yeah. So
And I think that the Ford family picked the right representative to take over the team. I don't think that Bill Jr. was ever really a serious candidate to take over the team. And I think that he would have been a continuation of his parents. He would have ran the team like his father ran the team. And we didn't need that. We didn't need that at all.
And I like the whole, even though I don't really mind it, but I like the whole, the reason why I guess she's sticking with the name Hemp is to try to transition away from that anyway. So, it could be seen as a Ford coming back, meaning, darker days coming back. But let's hope not. Let's hope that he learns from his sister in whatever kind of way. But thank you for those comments. Of course, leave us comments throughout the show. Comment on or respond to the family discussion topic, and we'll pick 6 of them to go on to the very next show. But sliding from Curt's favorite segment to all of our favorite segment, and that is the Dessert with your man Curt. Curt, tell us what it is for today.
All right, man. Dessert with your man Curt is brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Man, go on over to Facebook, links in the description, and check out what's going on over at Delightful Bites. If you don't do the Facebook thing, you can go over to the Instagram page or TikTok page and just type in Delightful Bites 18, and you will see that beautiful dessert footage. So go on over to Delightful Bites and check it out, man. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. All right. The young fella. Lions defensive back coach Aubrey Pleasant makes the Athletics 40 under 40 list. Now, what's that, Curt? All right. So Aubrey Pleasant gets the recognition from the Athletics, Lindsey Jones, who compiled her 40 under 40 list on Tuesday. The list is the top candidates for up-and-coming NFLers among coaching staff, front offices, and even NFL agents under the age of 40. We've said this on this show plenty of times where you can see him being a defensive coordinator soon, or actually a head coach in the NFL. If you look at the way the young man presents himself, the way he talks, his passion for football, and the way he goes about teaching the game of football, the guy is an absolute star. He's my homie. He the Flintstone, like your boy Curt. So, I got to shout out my homie. But I just think that any of this all that being aside, he could be from Timbuktu, but the dude is an up and coming star in the league. The guy can absolutely teach football and get the most out of his players. If you look at what he did with some of those guys who were just undrafted free agents and just unknown talent last year, for the Lions. And he did the same thing out in LA for the Rams. So congratulations to my man, R.B. Pleasant, for being named 40 under 40 for the Athletic. Man, you know you make your boy Flintstone proud, man. Now, and you know, that's your dessert with your man Curt brought to you by Delightful Bites. Custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. All right. It's time to go on over to that wall of fame, baby. We got my man Detroit Drew holding it down. If you want to get your Pistons coverage, man, with all the draft and the free agent stuff going on right now, go check out my man Detroit Drew over there on his YouTube channel, man. He puts it down. He gets busy over there with the Detroit Pistons coverage over there on his channel. The Insano, Sage Roberts, Smoking Jeremy B, Bo Gagrius, and Raw Business rounds out our brown members for the day. And our silver members, we got my man Cap Ice Cold always holding it down. John Martin, the Batman of the 313, Mr. Scotty the Bear, the Frenchman, baguettes, and all that. And Shannon Peck rounds out those silver members. Now, gold members, y'all know what it is. It's Wednesday, hump day, baby. The meeting for the gold members are at 3:00 today. Check the community tab for the link. You know, we got Mr. Reliable. Michael Huck is always holding it down. And I think he's overseas right now, so I don't think he'll be there today. But you know, you got Lionel of Douche Bagia. She be hanging out in there. Dr. Detroit be kicking it with us sometime over there. You got Lionel of Douche Bagia. My man, the jazzy one, Paul Giroux, man. You know, he's our Al Giroux in the building. And the rough and Ryan fell himself, North End Ken, man. You know, he rounds out our gold members, man. Hey, North End, that dude be out there on the road. He's a trucker, man. Hold it down over there, man, and be safe on those road races. Become a member of the Wall of Fame. Click the join now button in the description, man. Now, my man, my mellow, and I can always tell you, get on there, Mike, because you know you eat Jello. It's time for final thoughts for today's show. LL, what you got first, man?
Again, ladies, if you want to send me anything, send me lots of free Lions gear and send me lots of Jello. I it won't go wasted. But my final thoughts on this Wednesday show, short and sweet, man. You know, be kind. It's Wednesday. If it's available in the area, get your dollar Tony and have a great Wednesday.
Right on. This is like one of the toughest days of the week, man. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. So, go out there, man, be relaxed, have a nice day. And right before you do something or right after you do something, go ahead and drop the comment on the comment section and tell us who you think your offensive linemen are that will make this 53-man roster. Go on and start that convo, man, and get these people talking.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's Wednesday. Hump day, baby. Man, the grind is getting hard today. Because you done had at least 6-7 meetings that could have been emails, man. I know how I get down with those meetings, man. But as always, man, like my man LL said, be kind, man. In a world where you could be anything, please be kind, man. And if you're at work, you're feeling overwhelmed, man, take a step back, take a deep breath, get refocused. If you need help, go ahead and ask for that thing, because I always tell you, getting help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength, because inside you just couldn't get it done and you need someone to go ahead and help you finish that thing up. So let's go ahead, rock out on Wednesday. I know whatever you have, if you have some dollar conies, if you have some tacos, if you have Burger King, McDonald's, whatever you ate for lunch today, man, throw crumbs off your face, man. Finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.